It's week 3 of the 2024 season.
And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Broncos and the Buccaneers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So now here are the Broncos to take over on offense, led out by their rookie quarterback, drafted 12th overall, Bo Nix out of Oregon.
And we're talking about a young man who's been the talk of the NFL here in September. Came in and looked right at home. His team's 2-0. He's playing well. What's the big thing for him now, though? Not to become complacent. And I think the coaching staff has been working on exactly that.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
And here are the key inactives for them in this one. And obviously, Charles, are going to be without some important names this week.
Well, hopefully those guys will be on the sidelines encouraging the guys who are going out there and helping them when they come off the sidelines during the game by giving them some tips on what they see and what they've experienced. That's true teamwork. And if you want to get to the playoffs, if you want to have a big push, you have to have that on your squad.
And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future All-Pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. And that one to the right side and incomplete. The Broncos at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Here's Nix.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. A short one to the tight end, Troutman.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now. All right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10.
Just shy of midfield at the 48.
A first carry for Rachaad White. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. You can look at this Bronco defense.
It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Mayfield off the play fake. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Baron Browning charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Mayfield to throw it. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Mayfield now.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
Throwing Nix. A short one to the tight end, Troutman.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
On play action, here's Nix.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay.
And right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
Definitely going to need to be physical with these receivers, whether that's right at the line of scrimmage trying to jam them and bump them off their routes, or when the ball arrives and you go ahead and put your shoulder into them and try and knock it loose.
3rd and 4. Now it's Nix. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And he will have a Broncos 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Up the middle, here's Pirine.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Hand off here for Pirine. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
To throw is Nix.
Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Nix to the air. Short throw caught by Dulcich.
And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
That is caught.
He's got the first down and more than that.
And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now 1st and goal.
They run it with P-Ryan on 1st down.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
To throw, here's Nix.
This is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
He'll get this up to about the 44.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Mayfield.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And Otton picks up a first down, and he's hoping to take the next step here in year 3 after setting new career highs in practically every major category a season ago.
Finding Otton once more.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And a dump off to White. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield on play action. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
At the 42-yard line.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Mayfield. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Automatic first down.
Wolford to throw. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. He'll get it inside the 20.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
To throw is Wolford.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's third and goal. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And that sack brings up fourth and goal, a loss of 7. Big play.
Chase McLaughlin for the Buccaneers field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And just shutting him off there. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A short one to the tight end, Troutman.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Back to throw. Nix. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Looking to throw. Nix. He's got him in. Complete. Down to the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Josh Reynolds in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Broncos would extend their lead here just before halftime.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin up in the Still City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. And just a field goal separating the two sides. 10-7 is the score. A touchdown run for Najee Harris. From there, we'll stay in the AFC North and head over to Cleveland to check on the Browns. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting New York Giants. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Romeo Dobbs, a touchdown reception. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way. Final preparations being made for the second half, both in terms of game plan and also hydration, because humidity is really going to catch up to these guys, no doubt. And for the call in the second half, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This still a one-possession game, 8 points the difference as we resume action on EA Sports.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Well, time to get another look at this Buccaneer offense. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Palmer going to go in motion left. Here's Wolford. Here's White. They set up the screen.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Here's Wolford to the air.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. The Wolford now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
Here we go, Shaq.
1st down, here's White. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
They fake the handoff. Now Wolford.
They'll roll him out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Godwin, the motion man. Shotgun now for Wolford.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Here's Nix.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
A gain of 12. And the Broncos first down.
Working out of the gun is Nix. A short one to the tight end, Troutman.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Broncos.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go now.
Off the play fake, Nix.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
That's into the hands of Reynolds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. We have played 3 quarters.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Tampa. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They'll hand it to P-Ryan.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete.
And he will have a Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Nix.
He'll get this one to Patrick. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Give to P-Ryan on the option.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Greg Dulcich
from 10 yards out.
And the Broncos are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So that one a 13-play drive in total.
And a Greg Dulcich touchdown reception finished that drive off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Back now comes Tampa Bay. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Let's go. No, check. Hey.
Now Wolford.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
Throwing now is Wolford.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
From midfield, here's Wolford.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Wolford to throw for it on 4th. And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. That's complete to Palmer.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Wolford to air it out again. That's again complete to Palmer. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. To throw, it's Wolford. He'll leave this one for White.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Wolford looking to throw it. Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays. They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6. Now Wolford.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Palmer.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wolford. Gets the check down throw to White.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Wolford.
And a dump off to White. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
To throw is Wolford.
And he's got it. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Cade Otton, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Bucs get a bit closer.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good as this gets them back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie. And the Broncos are going to get the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Now it looks like he'll throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
On play action, here's Nix.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll look to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So Mayfield and the Bucs down by 15. A little over 40 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Buying time to his left. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Here's Wolford to the air. That's complete to Otton.
And he goes out right around the 39. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Wolford. That's caught by Palmer. And this will be a 1st down as well, but the clock continues to move.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
This is 1st and 10.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He's got Otten on the out route. Here comes 2nd down. Now Wolford again.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the